McCarthy said that he asked you numerous times if there was anywhere in the federal budget for cuts, but he did not get an answer. So is there...
I got a specific answer. I got a specific answer again today.
In terms of what he is proposing, is there any room for negotiation?
What's he proposing? Did he tell you?
Well,
Did you
he
hear?
talked about...
No, I'm not being facetious. Did he tell you what he's proposing?
He was talking about the bill.
Yeah, but what does it propose? Do you know? You get the problem.
Yeah, I'm here for this Joe. To bring facts along with these aviators, Joe Biden. The president was quick to offer a substantial retort Tuesday as a reporter pressed him on his conversation with Kevin McCarthy.
Let me go you, and then the person with the camera. No, I'm joking.
Speaker McCarthy said that he asked you numerous times if there was anywhere in the federal budget for cuts, but he did not get an answer. So is there...
I got a specific answer. I got a specific answer again today.
Which is what?
But first, you didn't listen either, so why should I even answer the question? We cut the deficit by $160 billion. Billion, B-I-L-L-I-O-N, dollars on the Medicare deal. We cut the deficit by raising the tax on people making 55 corporations that made $40 billion to 15%, and the list goes on. So,
but in terms of what he is proposing, is there any room for negotiation?
What's he proposing? Did he tell you?
Well,
Did you
he
hear?
talked about...
No, I'm not being facetious. Did he tell you what he's proposing?
He was talking about the bill.
Yeah, but what does it propose? Do you know? I'm not being a wise guy. You all are very, very informed people. Do you know what that bill cuts?
There is a long list of things that it cuts. That
No, it doesn't say. It says, does it say what it's going to cut? Or just say generically it's going to cut? You get the problem.
Now, I love this response for a couple of reasons. One, it debunks the GOP conspiracy that Biden is only tossed softball questions.
You call me old. I call it being seasoned. You say I'm ancient. I say I'm wise.
But two, it puts the onus back on the reporter who simply tried to reiterate the hollow, vague language of the majority speaker.
He just said at his press conference he has considered the 14th Amendment. Is that something you'd be opposed to? Or?
Well, yeah. I mean, really think about this. If you're the leader of the free world, if you're the only president and you're going to go to a 14th Amendment to look at something like that, I would think you're kind of a failure of working with people across sides of the aisle or working with your own party to get something done.
Did he tell you guys that he was going to do that?
No. He didn't bring that up.
And far too often, the media take a comment at face value and simply regurgitate it. Biden simply asked, as many Americans should, when forced to listen to McCarthy and that senseless credit card metaphor he keeps using.
Think about it. A debt ceiling is like giving your child a credit card, and they charge the limit all the way up. Would you just raise the limit? No. You would sit down.
Well, if it meant playing with America's standing at full faith and credit of U.S. government debt,
but
I feel like you can deal with the spending in other ways.
What is your plan? What do you intend to cut? Where is this budget that you've been stalling on for months?
Our proposal will also restore work requirements that ensure able-bodied adults without dependents earn a paycheck and learn new skills.
Is it in the same drawer as the Republican healthcare plan that we were promised under the Trump administration? Maybe it's still buried under all the Hunter Biden documents and alleged evidence that is still to be brought forth.
But are you going to be able to prove the central thesis that President Biden was directly involved with corruption without getting bank records for either President Biden, James Biden, Hunter Biden, showing the transfer of money or the payments of expenses that President Biden should have picked up himself?
It's rather incendiary, and we'll see whether or not you're onto something. Again, 5 years investigating. Nothing just yet.
They have nothing. Nada, zilch, nothing, as we say in Scotland. And discussing it always brings me back to this perfect explanation from Pete Buttigieg on how Republicans run off of outrage without solution. Because solution, well, it isn't useful to them.
But these are the kinds of stunts you see from people who don't have a solution.
Right.
Like, where have these, Governor DeSantis was in Congress. Where was he when they were debating immigration reform? What have any of these people done to be part of the solution? So, I get if you're after attention. It's one thing to call attention to a problem when you have a course of action as some of the folks here speaking up about an issue, exercising their First Amendment rights have done, or in elected office. It's another to just call attention to a problem because the problem is actually more useful to you than the solution, and that helps you call attention to yourself.
Correct. Hey Midas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.